welcome to another episode of the Couch Bros NFL show. I got my co-host with the most, Rod, in the building, man. Rod, what's going on, baby?
You already know, man. Just another fucking happy Monday, man. You know, football's been going good for me lately. Didn't expect that based on how the season started, so I'm feeling good, man.
Shit, dude. I have a lot of thoughts. I have a lot of pain. I have a lot of misery. I have a lot of agony. There's a whirlwind of emotions that I'm going through, courtesy of the Sunday night game. Fuck them niggas. Fuck everybody involved in that game. Fuck the AFC North. Fuck the Ravens. Fuck the Steelers. Fuck Mike Tomlin. Fuck everybody involved with that game. But we'll get to that. Spoiler alert, right? I don't know how to process this because, dude, I know I don't want to sound like I'm beating a dead horse here, but bro, it's already been 13 weeks of football, man.
Dude, this shit flies. Like, football season just comes and goes, man. It's not like everything else that drags, bro. Football season comes and it fucking goes, dog. 5 games, not even, right? Like, about 5 games, 4 games less for these teams, actually.
God, shit, I don't even know what the fuck happened here. Fucking shit froze. But it's cool. The reason why it just feels like, because the thing is, football and college football, they coincide, right? And this past weekend, I woke up and it was the conference championship games for college football. And I'm like, the season just started. How are we already at the conference championship games, bro? Like
just crazy, dude. It's crazy.
I just woke up.
No, I feel you, man. I think it's just a part of us just being grown, dog. We work so fucking much that the weeks just fly by.
Nah, bro, this shit was uncommon. This entire year was uncommon, bro. Like, nigga, we're in December. We're about to be in 2022, bro. Like, that I don't even remember. If it wasn't for the pandemic, I would not remember 2021 as a whole at all. At all.
You're right, dog. This year is fucking.
I just feel like somebody just say, you know what, bro, let's put life at 1.5 speed, bro. Let's just see how shit goes, bro. Like, this is not the same life that I lived 10 years ago, bro. That shit was a lot slower back then, bro. Make it make sense, dog. Yeah. This is not, the math is not mathing to me right now, bro, at all. Under any circumstances, sir.
Dude, I don't know, man. But all I know is we're probably in the darkest timeline, and maybe that's part of it, man. Time just speeds up.
All right, man. So let's get into it, man. Let's get right into your team, bro. Dolphins, you guys defeated the Giants, score of 20-9. At one point, it looked like you guys were in a freaking slobber knocker with these guys, and I had money on you guys, bro, so I was fully invested on what the fuck you were doing, so I was really about to curse you the fuck out and say, bro, what the fuck is wrong with your team? But eventually you guys pulled it out like you should have, because you guys were playing Mike Glennon, and Mike Glennon is now 6-22 in his career as a starter in the NFL. Truly one of the most pedestrian quarterback careers of all time, man. So go.
And the longest neck, too, man.
And that neck is phenomenally long. Like, it's scary how long his neck is, bro. But go ahead, man. Dissect the game, sir. Yeah, I'm here, bro. I don't know why. It's like, for whatever reason, Skype is not on our side today, bro. That shit was freezing up like crazy, bro. But like I said, go ahead, sir, and dissect the game. Hopefully it doesn't freeze up again.
Yeah, man. I watched a good portion of the game. I watched the entire first half, and I skipped back to parts of the second half. I mean, when the thing with the Dolphins, bro, I'm not surprised at all when we play. I mean, it's funny for me to say this, but we play down to the level of our competition. Like, no matter who we play, like, granted, last week Cam Newton just had such an abysmal performance. We had to dominate. But this game, the Giants defense, for what it's worth, they had a little game plan they put together that slowed us down early. And then, the Dolphins came through. The funny thing about all this is that I'm super happy that we've been on this win streak. And, but, it hasn't come against the best competition, right? Like, but I'm happy that we're at least our defense has averaged 10 points a game throughout this stretch. Tua's played very well. He's getting better and better each game. One thing I'm really, really happy about is that he's not throwing as many stupid picks. He hasn't had too many turnover-worthy plays within the past few weeks. I was actually shocked, bro. I saw his PFF grade was 89.1. They usually don't grade him so high, but He had a pretty good game against the Giants, man. There was one drive that he had, bro. I was watching, and the man just looked like a fucking surgeon out there. He drove for like 90 yards. And I was just thinking to myself, like, well, it is the Giants, but they were at least doing things that were confusing them early, the way they were running their defense. But we adjusted, and then we ended up taking the game away. And of course, I mean, our defense went up against Mike Glennon, who threw one of the worst picks I've seen. Like, this nigga threw into blatant double coverage, and you threw into Xavier Howard zone, which is just like, bro, what are you thinking, dog? One thing I do want to say is that as much grief as I've given Chris Greer, and he can't draft offensive linemen to save his fucking life. But if you take offensive linemen out of the equation, he's not a bad GM, dog. Because we hit on this draft. We have 3 of our rookies who make significant impact. Jalen Phillips had 2 more sacks, 5 pressures. You could see him on the field. Javon Holland just continues to be developing into a really top high-end safety. And then Waddle's been a beast, dog. Like, Waddle has legitimately been a fucking beast, dog. Like, this nigga fucking runs routes like nobody's business, dog. Like, I've actually had a lot of fun watching him play, and they're actually getting him better looks on offense. So, I mean, the Dolphins have been coming together, man. I was pretty pleased with the performance.
Okay, you brought up Jalen Waddle, and it's funny because you literally just fucking alley-oop, bro. Talk about the chemistry that we have over these years, dog. I wanted to ask you a question. This is because at the end of the day, you guys were dominant. There's not really too much to talk about the game itself, right? The Giants are the Giants, bro. They've been a terrible offense for years now. So let's focus on the Dolphins. This is a long-term question, and ultimately it does not matter. Anybody who's listening, this question does not matter because the whole point of the draft is to get good players and get productive players, right? However, currently, with the way that you're using Jalen Waddle, I want to propose this question to you. Were you guys better off just not trading your pick to the Eagles and just trying to draft Devontae Smith? Would you have been better off from your point of view?
Well, here's the thing, Herb. We had the opportunity to draft Devontae Smith, and we didn't. Or do you mean Kyle Pitts?
No. You had the opportunity. What I'm saying is Devontae Smith would have been there. Because remember, Devontae Smith went at 10. So maybe he wouldn't have been there because you guys went from 12?
Yeah, I think we hopped back in.
Yeah, y'all either went from 12 or 13 back to 6, correct?
Right.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Would have been better to wait for Devontae Smith or fuck it, the Jalen Waddle at this point? Because it's a first-round pick. Now, granted, that first-round pick it's going to be middle of the pack. Who knows and it's a bad draft. Like, that's a little-known secret. This is not a good draft upcoming this year, bro. It's not a good draft, bro. Like, it's really not, bro. Like, there's going to be 32 first-rounders that get drafted, but 32 of those guys are not first-rounders. And another thing, every single draft, there's never actually 32 first-rounders in a draft, bro. You just have to draft somebody, bro. But this draft is really like one of those drafts where there's not 32 first-round talents in this draft, bro. Somebody just has to get drafted, dog. But back to the question, though. Would you have preferred to say you could draft Devontae Smith and you keep your first-round pick, or everything plays out the same way? Which would you have rather done?
Well, I would have liked to have kept our pick. I don't think. The way they were I think they would have drafted Waddle at 4, bro. I think they wanted to justify drafting him so high a little bit by trading down and trading back up. But I don't know. I would have loved Devontae Smith because I see what he's doing with the Eagles, and the niggas, he's legit. But I'm fine with it now. Jalen Waddle has been. He's good, dog. Like, it sucks that he's not being maximized to his full potential.
That's why I'm asking the question. It's not about Jalen Waddle who's better. Because in my opinion, if you're getting all the possession stuff that you're getting from Jalen Waddle, if you could get that, then to me, he should be a better pro going forward because you get everything that Devontae Smith could do, plus you get the explosive plays if you could utilize them. Right? Because that's the weakness with Devontae Smith. For all the fucking Devontae Smith fucking nut huggers, bro, and there's a lot of them out there, bro. The one thing about him, and this is no shade to Devontae Smith. He's a great dude, obviously, bro. But there is, like, coming into the draft, there was one thing that nobody ever talked about, bro. His ability to not make people miss. You need to do that in the NFL.
Right.
You need to do that in the NFL. So if I know I'm going to get the possession receiver production, obviously it's better to get the possession receiver production with the Will Fuller, fucking Deshaun Jackson, whoever you want. I could just change the whole game in one play ability. The problem is that he's just not on the right team for that right now. So the reason why I asked is, if you're going to just get a possession receiver, bro, what was the point of trading the first round pick to get a possession receiver?
I mean, Herb, I wish I could speak for how our GM was feeling about trading our picks around just to fucking get Waddle. But I will say that even though early in the year, the way we used him was really, he was being truly super underutilized. Like, bro, the nigga had a game with 12 receptions and 60 yards.
That was wild. That was wild.
Shout out to Jacoby Brissett, man.
That was wild. That was nonsense.
But, the way that Waddle has been playing as of late recently, I think is the way they more envisioned him. Like last game, perfect example, there's a play where he's running like a 15-yard dig route, and Tua hits him right in stride, and a defender misses, and he takes it 50 yards. So I'm imagining this is what they envisioned when they drafted this nigga. They were expecting him to do this. It doesn't happen enough. It hasn't happened enough. I expect it to happen more because the team seems to be finding more big plays on offense. One of the stats that surprised me, because I was watching the PFF podcast before we recorded, and I was watching for some of the games I thought I might want to talk about. I watched the Dolphins segment, and they were saying that one of the reasons why his grade was so high was because he threw. He was 14 of 23 of passes beyond the sticks, and when adjusted for 3 drops, he was 17 of 23. A crosser that nigga probably could have took to the house, dog, but he just couldn't reel the fucking ball in. There's another play he threw to Gesicki in the end zone before the first touchdown, where it's kind of a funny looking play. Like, he throws the ball perfectly, dog. Like, but for whatever reason, I guess because the defender put a hand up, Gesicki mistimes the catch, and that shit hits the nigga literally right between the eyes, dog. It's kind of a funny play to watch. I was just like, wow, Gesicki, you usually make crazy one-handed catches, bro. You just miss a clear touchdown like that. But I don't know. I mean, to look back on it, bro, I'm going to be honest with you, Herb. If you want me to be truthful with you, if we stay at number 4, I'd rather we just get Penei Sewell. Because you see how bad our fucking offensive line is. You see how bad the offensive line is. We had another pick, so we could have got a receiver later on. So, but, I mean, it
is what it is. It is what it is, bro. You can't go back. Put it like this. He's already tied the Dolphins record for receptions by a rookie in a season, bro. And we got 5 games to play, bro. Like, he's going to touch 100 receptions, bro. It's just, you would think that he would have like 1,800 yards to go with that for the guy with his deep speed and his big play ability. But
no, Herb. Trust me, you're 100% right. The only thing I will say in regards to that, and this is just in regards to our whole offense as a whole. And even though Will Fuller hasn't played, shout out to Will Fuller, man. You're the best bandit of the year, man. But outside of, we probably wouldn't even have been able to utilize Will Fuller the way you're supposed to utilize him, because our offensive line is just fucking terrible, dog. Like sometimes I watch the game and I try to pay attention to them, dog. And it's just too many plays where it's just like, bro, you niggas don't even understand your own assignments, bro. Like Jesse Davis should not be a starting offensive lineman, Herbie. He is not a starting right tackle. Moving Austin Jackson to left guard was the best thing they could have done for him. But he's improved by inches, much like Liam Eichenberg, who continues to get killed on the outside of the offensive line. So it's just, I don't know, dog. Like, it's just, people talk about our lack of big plays, and I get it, but I think the offensive coordinators and basically the entire team is basically carrying dead weight, dog, with the offensive line. And I think that plays a part of it. I believe if we could somehow fix our offensive line just to make it a little better. I'm not asking for a top 10 offensive line. Just make it a decent offensive line. I think we'll see bigger plays with more regularity, but we just have to wait until that happens, dog.
All right. All right, last thing, because we've been going a little long on the Dolphins. Last thing, there was an article from the Ringer.com, right? And I go on the Ringer all the time. There's a lot of good articles. They have a lot of good sports writers for all type of sports, not just football, basketball, baseball, fucking soccer, fucking grand F1 racing. They have incredible talent, right? There was an article that piqued my interest that I read. Came out on December 1st, and this is by a really good writer, a really good Twitter follow, Ben Solak. He used to be for the Draft Network, right? So I like his stuff. He's really smart. He's on the NFL. He's on the Ringer NFL show, so I listen to him a lot, right? And he's very fair and he's balanced. He's not somebody who just says shit to say shit, right? So he's very fair. He had an article where he was basically talking about how the Tua has obviously become a better quarterback, good stats, everything, right? He leads the league in completion percentage. He leads the league in adjusted completion percentage, which takes account into the difficulties and throws and stuff like that, right? But the article that he was trying to say is that when it comes to the RPO stuff, he's really good. But when it comes to stuff that's outside of structure and not RPO, that's where he still lays flat. Now, I don't know what it was before this game, but at the time of the article, his A dot, which is average depth of target, was only 5 yards. You feel me? Like that's a lot of throwing behind the line of scrimmage and quick slants and all kinds of shit, bro. So I know you read the article. What did you think of the article? Did you think it was fair? Did you think that it was not telling the whole truth from you? Because you watch all the games, bro.
Well, first of all, like you, Herb, I'm a fan. I probably don't go on the Ringer as much as you do, but I mean, every now and then I pop across the article. They have a lot of good stuff. Watch some of their YouTube stuff and even listen to some of the podcasts. So, when I came, I'm on the Dolphins Reddit all the time. So there, people post things like this and I catch on to it. So obviously I seen it was from the Ringer and I read it. To be honest with you, I thought it was a fair take. I mean, he presented facts. Right. So whenever I read something and someone's presenting factual evidence, I'm going to take that into account. And obviously he didn't have any kind of bias towards or against Tua. So I found it to be a good read. The only thing I could really say in disagreement to him, and maybe not even in disagreement, I guess it's just kind of obvious. To me, I just want to see a bigger sample size before I completely agree with him on that. What Tua has shown so far, he's improving in a lot of areas outside of the RPO. Obviously, we've made the RPO a main staple. A big part of that, outside of the fact that it was something he ran at Alabama and that he runs very well, is that the RPO helps the offensive line. We're doing everything we can to help this shitty offensive line. And I think running RPOs is a big part of that, maybe more often than other teams. Because I remember they made mention that the Dolphins run RPOs less than maybe three other teams. I think it was the Chargers, the Pittsburgh, and another team. But those quarterbacks have over 100 more pass attempts. So it just goes to show how much more regularity we use it. But I think it's just all a part of the scheme, dog, more than it is Tua's abilities.
All right. That's fair. That's fair, man. All right, man. Let's take it on to the next team. Let's move on from the Dolphins. And let's go on to my team, the Dallas Cowboys, bro. I have been I don't want to say that I'm spoiled because, dude, we're 8-4. Like, we have a really decent team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have a really good team.
Yes.
However,
Yes, sir.
we got our ass kicked by the Chiefs, and then we lost to the fucking Raiders, right? And we didn't dominate a team with Taysom Hill as a starting quarterback. Taysom Hill, who found a way to throw 4 picks. And you can make the argument that 27-17 was not indicative of what actually went on in the game, bro. I'm a big Dak fan. I'm a Dak defender. But I got to be honest. And this is big picture, right? I don't really want to get into the game. The game already happened. It is what it is. I want to use this opportunity to talk about the conversation in regards to Dak. Amari Cooper is not Jerry Rice, bro. Like, let's... Hey, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, that nigga's not Jerry Rice, bro. Like, you lost Amari Cooper. Cool. That doesn't mean you become a significantly worse quarterback as a result of that, bro. That doesn't make any sense. There's too much talent on this team for you to not be able to score points on the Chiefs. Granted, the Chiefs have been really fucking good. Since week 6, they're the best scoring defense in the league. I'm not here to argue that, bro. But what's your argument against the fucking Raiders, bro? Like,
I mean, it was funny because with the Raiders, it took a while for the Cowboys to get going, man. They had to come back from 14 down in that game. I remember in the fourth quarter, they had to come back.
And listen, he made incredible throws. Like that throw he made to CeeDee Lamb was phenomenal, bro. Phenomenal, bro. Like, trust me. But at the end of the day, bro, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was that fucking Vic Fangio put on tape that just got this nigga, shit, what the fuck is our fucking offensive coordinator name again? Why am I having a brain fart?
Kellen Moore?
I don't know what Vic Fangio did, what kind of fucking Google eyes that nigga put on Kellen Moore, bro. But it really, but like this, bro. Football, we've been playing football for years, bro. Dak has been a professional football player since 2014, I want to say. He's seen every defense in the book. Bro, why the fuck is cover one giving us such problems, bro? It's just man with one safety over the top, bro. Y'all can't beat cover one, bro. What the fuck? Hey. One of the most basic defenses ever created, bro, has just given us problems recently, bro. Cover one, bro. Cover fucking one.
It's funny, Herb. You probably watched that video. I think it was the Brett Coleman video. Did you watch that video?
I did not even watch it, but go on, bro.
That just goes to show how well you know your team. Brett Coleman has a video. He made a video. I think it was right after you guys played the Broncos, where he details like, okay, what did the Broncos do to make the Cowboys struggle? So, and cover one, dog, different variations of cover one lurk, cover one hole, cover one rat, nigga, just variations of cover one for whatever reason, dog. When it comes to cover one, to me, it makes me wonder, and I haven't dived into the tape myself for the Cowboys, but it just makes me wonder if the guys just aren't winning matchups, dog.
That's exactly what it is, and that's the thing. That's what makes Amari Cooper so special. Amari Cooper is not a top 5 wide receiver, right? However, he has top 5 wide receiver traits. He has his number one ability is the most important ability for a wide receiver to have, which is to get open in every single way possible, no matter what the route is. You're doing a 9 route, he has 5 different ways to run a 9 route. You're running a slant, he has 10 different ways to run a slant, right? So that's why when he's on the field, you have an automatic guy who's beating press man coverage. And mind you, me knowing about cover one, this is how basic cover one as a defense is. I haven't gone on any fucking Reddit. I didn't watch the Brett Coleman video. I didn't watch any all 22, bro. This is just straight game broadcast, just watching out the broadcast. That's how simple cover one is, bro. It's press man, dog. Like, I didn't go on blogging the boys. I didn't go on none of the fucking SB Nations and watch a breakdown. It's just straight watching the games on broadcast. I could see it from my couch that we have a problem with this fucking bro. It is because that's how basic the defense is, bro. Y'all niggas can't beat cover one because Amari Cooper's not on the field, bro. What?
You know what's funny, Herb, and this is like somewhat of a side note. It's just funny to me, like how all the most basic defenses that people now all of a sudden niggas are running these basic defenses and they're just stomping. They're just like cover two is like the nightmare for the Bills. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the Buccaneers, dog. Cover zero, boy. The Ravens and the Panthers, they don't want to see cover zero, man. Like, it's just like, bro, all these basic ass coverages, dog, all of a sudden are just like making this comeback, and I just find it hilarious, dog. That teams are just running these packages easily, and it's just making such an impact.
You want to know why, bro? Because 2 things, right? Everything is cyclical, so everything's going to come back around. 2, because all these defenses have had to evolve to do so many different things, and these offenses have evolved to do so many things that they forgot the basics, right? Like, you're doing so many things like RPOs, you're doing so many things with these spread concepts, these mesh concepts, that you forget that these old tried and true defenses that have been around for fucking 50 fucking years will just demolish you if you have the right athletes on the field, bro. And these in a lot of these coaches, because what happened, which is why a lot of young quarterbacks are better earlier than they've ever been. I take that back. This 2021 crop ain't the best. Jesus Christ. So let me take that back. But there's a lot of college coaches. You feel me? A lot of these pro coaches go to college. They get counseled by college coaches. They hire a lot of college coaches on their staff. So what happens? You have these guys who never really had to go against these basic traditional NFL concepts because you can't do that in college, right? You can't run cover one. You don't have the guys with the speed to do press man coverage, and you don't have, and the hashes are much bigger in college, so you have more space to cover, right? So you got these college coaches who've never really had to go against Tampa 2, who never really had to go against cover 1, who never had to go against fucking cover 3, bro. So now they just flummox. Like, what is this? What is this nonsense? What is this breakthrough in defensive concepts, bro? Nah, niggas just cover 1, bro. Shit I do on Madden all day, bro, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, bro. Like, it's the same shit, bro. You having trouble with it. Make it make sense.
Bro, look at Joe Brady, man. Gone.
That was surprising. Did that catch you off guard? Sam Darnold got another nigga fired, man. Sam Darnold is the disease of poison to the white head coach, bro. He getting all of these niggas out the paint, man. That man is the new coach killer, bro. Fuck, man. Niggas are losing their livelihoods over Sam Darnold. Can you say that out loud, bro? Niggas are losing their livelihood over of all the quarterbacks that have been terrible. You think I'm gonna lose my job because of him? Man, you crazy, bro. You fucking crazy.
Some niggas really wanted to believe, dog, and then they got what they wish for, man. They definitely did, man.
They definitely did, bro. That's fucking hilarious, dog. All right, man. So let's go ahead and get off of the Cowboys, man. I got the vent, bro. Let's talk about the Sunday night game, bro. I have a lot to say about the Sunday night game, bro. Obviously, right? So backstory, Rod. I have been doing terrible in betting for the past 2 years, bro. If there was any kind of count of the money that I've lost on betting, right? And yesterday was the closest I had to get a net positive, to recoup all the losses, bro. Like I said earlier, when we were talking about the Dolphins, I bet on the Dolphins. That was a 6.5 point spread. You guys won by 11 points. I bet on the Eagles. That was a 5.5 point spread. They won by 12.
They came through.
They won by 14 or 15 because it was 33 to 18, right?
18. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they won by 15. Tripled the spread. Tripled it comfortably. I even picked a double-digit point spread with the Rams in the fucking Jaguars, bro. That was a 13-point spread. Them niggas won by 30.
On the dot.
On the dot. There was one more game, Rod. It involved two AFC North teams. The Ravens, the Steelers. The Ravens were a 4-point favorite. I didn't trust it with right reason to not trust it. I put my mind to the use, Rod. I put my thinking cap on. I said, you know what? Let me just bet the money line. And to people who's listening who don't know what the money line is, that means that you are betting for a team to win outright. The Ravens, just to win outright. They were dominant for one quarter. Then they forgot how to play football, bro. The Steelers scored 17 points in the fourth quarter alone, bro. Do you know how agonizing it was to watch that game? Oh, you do, because you saw it in fucking person, Rod. Explain the agony that I had to go through yesterday, please.
Nah, man. As a fellow sports bettor, I understood Herb's pain more than you could ever understand, dog. I watched your face. I was rooting for the Ravens, dog. I wanted them to win, dog, because you were bro, your ticket was damn near, bro. I realized this about betting. Tickets only look good after you hit, man. No matter what. No matter how you put it together, bro, a ticket only looks good. And
hold on. Run that back, Rob. My Wi-Fi went haywire, nigga. That shit started doing the Laffy Taffy on a nigga, dog.
No, so what I was saying was, as a fellow sports bettor, I understand Herbert's pain. I watched you as you agonized, as it's like the inevitable was happening, right? Like you didn't want to believe it, but the inevitable was happening. And then all of a sudden, the Ravens actually make a comeback. And the way that shit ends is just like, bro, like some of these losses when you bet on games are so brutal. Like they look brutal when you don't have money on it, but when you know money is riding on the game and the coach decides, yo, we're gonna go for 2, you're like, oh fuck, this is my money right here.
See, that's the part that really hurt about the game, right? So it's not that they lost, it's how they lost. Like our mutual friend Gerson was over here too, and I told him, I said, this is by far the worst loss of my betting career. I have literally never lost a game that close, bro. Like, there have been games I lost on a field goal, there have been games I lost on missed field goals, cool. I have never lost a game literally by inches. Literally by inches. Mark Andrews on the 2-point conversion. If the ball just had an inch more air on it, he's walking into the end zone untouched.
Untouched, nigga.
Untouched. I was so excited just by the look because it was such a good play design. I went from literally yelling, let's fucking go, to, oh no. And I fell to my knees, bro, in literally half of a second, dog.
Dude, that it was such a heartbreaking play to watch. One, because I knew you had money on it, so instantly I know that pain, dog. To watch your ticket get shot in the heart, bro. Like, to watch the gun.
Just let me get my ass kicked, bro. I'll be fine, bro. Let me know the game is over by the halftime, bro. I ain't got to pay attention to the game at that point. I'll be like, whatever. To lose like that, bro, like it hurt, bro. But let's get into the game though. It was such an odd game, bro. It was, put like this, it was a perfect cap to an overall bad day of football because there was a lot of bad football games today. The battle of attrition is starting to really wear in. You got the bad teams who just say, fuck it, we just going to be bad, who cares? Then you got the good teams who only seem to be good against certain teams, i.e. the Rams, dog. But yeah, bro, this game itself, dog, I was just found myself being disappointed in Lamar. Because ultimately, it came down to Lamar, right? Big Ben, you could make an argument he had a resurgence. He had 2 incredible throws that were both dropped. It is what it is. But for the most part, bro, like, the nigga wasn't good. This was not the Steelers. This was the Ravens losing. The Ravens had, up until the final drive, where they scored a touchdown to tie the game, they had 5 yards total for the entire quarter until the last minute of the game, bro. How do you do that? That's
incredible, man. That's incredibly bad. Like, that's fucking crazy. I can't believe that's a real stat, bro.
Like, put like this. This is who they lost to, bro. I'm gonna give you all the stats, and I'm gonna let you pick where they were. Right? I'm going, and this is This is Ben Roethlisberger. This is gonna be his completions and his attempts, and I'm gonna run all of them down by section, and you're gonna and I'm gonna ask you where you think they both were. Right? So. He had a completion of 5 out of 6 for one area of the field, 14 out of 15 for one area of the field, 1 out of 2 for one area of the field, and 1 out of 6 for one area of the field. Now, where do you think the 14 or the 5 out of 6 was, right, where he completed his passes, bro?
Who, Ben?
Yes.
The 5 out of 6?
5 out of 6.
I would have to say, like under the 10-yard line? Like,
no, that was actually the 14 out of 15, bro. It was 14 out of 15 was 1 to 9 yards, bro. This is what they playing, bro. This nigga's playing in a 5-yard box, nigga. This nigga had 15 attempts that were 1 to 9 yards, nigga. 15 attempts that were 1 to 9 yards, nigga. This nigga is playing in a fucking phone booth, nigga. 5 out of 6 of his attempts were behind the line of scrimmage. He went 1 of 2 from 10 to 19 yards, and he was 1 for 6 for anything over 20 yards, nigga. This nigga plays in a phone booth now, and they still found a way to allow this man to score 17 points in the 4th quarter, bruh.
Who would have ever thought the day would come where Ben Roethlisberger became the most claustrophobic quarterback you've ever seen?
It's amazing, dog.
Holy shit.
The way that the Ravens found a way to lose this game, ultimately, yes, the O-line is not as good. But, dude, those 7 sacks wasn't just on the O-line, bro. Like, there were times where I'm just looking at Lamar. I'm like, Lamar, throw away the ball. What are you doing?
He's pressing too much, trying to create shit that's not.
It's not there. You juking and jiving. I'm like, yes, bro. You have been the best athlete on the field since you have become a professional football player. You've been the best athlete on the field, any level of football, pee-wee, little league, high school, college, and the NFL. He's always been the best athlete. I get it. But at the end of the day, you have to respect TJ Watt. There's a reason why the nigga had 4 sacks against you, bro. TJ Watt has 16 sacks in 10 games now, bro. He's a good athlete, too.
Yeah.
Just throw the ball away.
You can't make that magic happen on every play, man.
Not every single play. Live and die with this shit, dog. Do that shit in the fourth quarter when you got to come back. I understand. You're trying to make a play. Don't do that shit in the first quarter when you're obviously dominating. You get to the 20-yard line, and then you take 15 steps back and throw the ball up, bro, and throw one of the dumbest picks of your entire career, dog.
What was that throw, bro? I couldn't believe. I was like, "What, Lamar? What you doing, bro?" I saw that shit live. I'm like, "Bro, what is this nigga doing right
bro,
now?"
It was and it was just like, I hate it because he's giving credence to everybody who's ever doubted him, even though he should have put all of that shit to rest, right? He's been as good or as bad as every other quarterback in the league, right? Like, he hasn't been marketably worse than Carson Wentz or any of these other fucking guys, bro. But somehow he is the guy that nobody really trusts to be a good quarterback because he's black and he's from Broward and he has a certain vernacular, right? So obviously I'm hard on him because we know where he's coming from. We know what he represents. But my nigga, don't do the dumb shit either, bro. Like, you saw what he did that last drive, bro. Went 60 yards in less than a minute, dog. You saw what he did.
Where was that all game, man? Where was it?
Nigga throwing shit in the dirt, throwing shit behind people, throwing shit, making... If you make Mark Andrews, who's 6'6", have to jump in the air, bro, you tripping, my nigga. If he got to jump up with all his hands extended, bro, okay, maybe that wasn't a good pass, dog. So what your thoughts on the game, though?
Well, like you, it was. I mean, I had that game on. Oh no, I didn't end up betting on that game, but I had planned on betting on that game, and I was in full agreement with you, man. I figured it would. The line was probably kind of accurate. You knew it would be kind of a close game. The Baltimore Ravens and the Steelers always do that shit, but it was a game I expected the Ravens to win in the end. I wasn't. So to watch the game unfold and listen, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due to Pittsburgh. I mean, they have when their defense wants to play, they can play like one of the best defenses in the league. But you pointed it out, man. A lot of the damage the Ravens took was self-inflicted, especially when it came to the quarterback trying to force plays, force throws downfield. I mean, a totally just unnecessary interception that you throw downfield. Like, you just basically wasted a possession. They struggled all game. Lamar refused to throw the ball away, and it led to this result, man. I mean, the Ravens, luckily for them, their division has been wacky as shit, so they're still in the lead. But not even just this game, it's just there's just something off about them, man. Ever since they came down to South Beach, dog. It's like them boys, I don't know, took hits of Flocka and just been playing weird the past few weeks, dog. But when you look at the Ravens season from a macro perspective, think about some of the games that they've been in, bro. Like the Chiefs were blowing them out. They came back in the end and beat them when their defense wasn't playing well. They had to kick the longest field goal ever to beat the Lions. They stole a win from the Lions, basically.
And that's not hyperbole. Literally, it's a factual fact. They had to make the longest field goal of all time to beat the Lions.
To beat the Lions, bro. So, I mean, the Ravens, and look, I for any Ravens fan that listens to this or, fans of football, we're not forgetting that the Ravens, have dealt with the injury bug. However, the standard that they've set, the way they played to start the season, you expect better from them from who they have. Like, bro, Humphrey, like, bro, what's Marlon? And he's out now, I think that nigga got hurt. But he got beat on a play where it was just like, it's a pick play, and then it's the Steelers, bro. What else are they going to do at the fucking 4-yard line, dog? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It was just a lot of, the Ravens have just been kind of off, man. And this game was the epitome of that, honestly.
No, most definitely. I feel the same way. It was off, but the this was a culmination of a team that was never as good as their record indicated it was, right? Like, we're watching a team that put up 16 points against the Browns, bro. And they got away with throwing 4 picks because they won the game. No, if you put up 16 points and throw 4 picks to the other team, your team is not that good. Your offense is not that good, bro. Like, don't let the win mask the problems, dog. But we'll leave it at there, bro. I do want to have this one more conversation, and it does still involve Lamar, but it speaks to double standards. And then we can go ahead and get our thoughts on the red zone. But real quick, there are 2 quarterbacks who have been bad in the AFC, right? And they just happen to – they're both black. Or, matter of fact, bro, that nigga's not black, bro. Patrick Mahomes ain't black, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to do that. But I do find it interesting the way that Patrick Mahomes has been bad for majority of the season, bro. But I guess because he already has the hardware and he has the MVP and he has the 50 touchdowns of the season, and he's been a dominant quarterback since he, first day out. I don't see people going at that nigga neck like they going at Lamar, dog. Why do you think that?
Well, I think part of it is what you already mentioned. At the end of the day, I guess you could say Mahomes has kind of earned a pass. Like, he's been so excellent from the time he stepped onto the field that even though he's been pretty pedestrian this year, and that's like being pretty nice about it, to compare it to his standards, obviously. I think people are giving him a pass, but when it comes to Lamar, Lamar, despite the fact he also has an MVP, the problem with Lamar, and I'm not even gonna say the problem with Lamar, is just he hasn't gotten to the point to where he's earned that playoff credibility. And obviously because of how he is, he's gonna need that in order for people to be able to acknowledge him for whatever reason, the masses, unfortunately. When it comes to Mahomes, at the very least, he has 2 Super Bowl appearances, a win, and I think that goes a long way. Coupled with incredible seasons, incredible playoff runs. That first championship run is like still one of the greatest runs we've probably ever seen. So he's gonna be able to hang his hat on those things, even though he hasn't played so well this year. But it makes you wonder though, if this is more of a trend. Like, are we going to see him regress to the mean more? That's what I wonder more than anything.
I'm interested in that too, because it's going to speak about why we need to stop just preordaining greatness or all-time greatness on certain people, bro. There was conversations that the man might be able to overtake Tom Brady as the GOAT, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't have to rush to just proclaim greatness on people, bro. Let niggas' careers play out, dog. Like, let the career play out, bro. Before Tom Brady beat him in the Super Bowl, there were people who were arguing that he was going to go down as the GOAT based off of what he had. And I'm like, bro, this nigga's been in the league for 3 years, bro. Like, chill.
Slow your roll, guys.
Like, what about longevity? What about consistency? What about doing it for 22 decades, bro? Like, just relax, bro. Let's actually see it play out, dog. But it's an interesting conversation. We'll see how this shit plays out long term, though. All right, man. One of my favorite segments, man. Thoughts from the red zone, baby. Rod, what you got for me, dog?
So, you know what?
Matter of fact, let me explain because we might have some new listeners. All right, so every week, me and Rod, we watch RedZone, which is a fantastic channel, probably the greatest channel of all time. And if you don't know what RedZone is, that is the channel on NFL Network. It's an additional channel where it's just pure football for 8 hours straight. No commercials, man. And when you see all those games, there's opportunity to see really wacky shit, bro. So we have thoughts, we have opinions. And that's why we have the thoughts from the red zone. Rod, the floor is yours, sir.
So this week, I got caught up more watching the game. So I only got 3 of them for you, Herb. But hopefully they make you and the listeners laugh. The first one I have is Kirk Cousins is a fake hero. once you believe in this nigga, he lets you down. The second,
wait. I got to get this off. Fuck Kirk Cousins, man. Every time I bet on this bum-ass nigga, dog, it's like he does it every time. I never learn my lesson with this nigga, dog. I don't know how many times this nigga has to bite me in the ass or bite the hand that feeds him for me to learn, dog. Never. ever put financial institution or financial risk with Kirk fucking Cousins, bro. But go on, dog.
You speaking facts, bro. Second one I got is Tom Brady just threw a pick six with 22 seconds left in the half. Old nigga shit. And then the last one I have is Big Ben is more washed than an entire fucking laundromat. And that's all I got this week, man.
Oh shit! I wish you would have told me, bro. I had so many. I was like, "Ooh, I don't want to cut it down."
I had started writing them, and I don't know what game caught my attention, dog, and I just completely forgot to fill it out. But I got what I got.
No, I got some good ones. All right, so these are my thoughts from the red zone, bro. Off the top, bro. I was like, when the hell did Gardner Minshew play for the Eagles, bro?
That was on that shit too.
What? I was super confused, bro. I literally bet with the Eagles purely because of Jalen Hurts, bro. So you could believe my mind was blown when I turned that game on and there was a white guy playing quarterback for the Eagles and not a black guy. That shit was a fucking mind fuck, bro. For real. All right, Bengals Chargers just battled for the supreme title of Jekyll and Hyde, bro. Somebody had to win it, bro. So the Chargers are officially the number one Jekyll and Hyde team in the NFL, bro. Watch the Vikings find a way to lose this game. Jonathan Taylor is really good, and nobody cares. The Cardinals are really dominant, and nobody cares. Wow, the Vikings really found a way to lose this game. Crazy.
Can't believe that shit.
Taylor Heineke has surpassed Ryan Fitzpatrick as the new best bad quarterback of all time. Jimmy G. That's it. That's just laughter. There's no comments. It's just laughter whenever you say his name. And lastly, you're going to like this one, bro. What do the 2000 Ravens and the 2021 Chiefs have in common, Rod? A really good defense that's carrying a really bad quarterback that's along for the ride, bro.
Man, my man Mahomes ain't throw a touchdown yesterday.
They didn't even throw a touchdown. Had less than 200 passing yards, bro. That boy was definitely Trent Dilfer in disguise, man. For sure, man. All right, man. So bad dope of the week, my boy. Who we got?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I got a few honorable mentions, man. Let me see here. Let me start. First of all, man, the type of dope that's being put out on these streets.
Nah, man, it's been a phenomenal stretch of weeks for the dope boys, bro. The dope is phenomenal. It's hitting. This is some top level dope right now, bro. It's really bad, bro. Like, dude, they got fentanyl. They got X pills. That's fake X pills, bro. It's fake Molly out here, bro. It's a lot of bad dope, man.
So my first nominee not nominee, but honorable mention, I gotta go with the Denver Broncos, bro. And here's the crazy part. When I read these stats, bro, this is part of the reason why they have to be nominated. They actually had 404 total yards of offense over the 267 that the Chiefs had. They had 22 first downs, more than the 15 that the Chiefs had. But these niggas were 4-14 on fucking third down, and they had 3 turnovers, 2 lost fumbles, dog. I mean, listen, man, when you outgain your opponent and you have more first downs and you show that you can move the ball, but you only put up 9 points, you got to be an honorable mention on bad dope. Next honorable mention, got to go with the Giants, man. All I got to say is Mike Glennon played quarterback. I don't need to get into that. The next honorable mention we have, I got to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars, bro. Man, I don't know what to say about this team, Herb. They drafted a quarterback thinking it would change their fortunes, but they're about as bad as you'd expect, man. 14 first downs. These niggas didn't even break. These niggas didn't even have 200 total yards, my guy. 3 fumbles, 2 turnovers, 5 of 12 on third down. Just an awful.
Somebody beat them, bro. Jesus, man.
Oh man,
it got to be the Texans, man.
Heard, man. You're a regular Houdini, my brother. You guessed it, my man. How could it not be the Texans, man? How could it not be Houston, who had 9 first downs, dog? How could it not be Houston, who had 57 net passing yards, bro? How could it not be Houston, who had 141 total yards, bro? How could it not be Houston, who was 3 of 12 on third down and 0 of 3 on fourth down, and they only possessed the ball for 18 minutes, dog? Man, the Houston Texans, man, the dope they're putting out, man, that shit's so stinky. They gotta have the bad dope of the week.
Bro, let me tell you about how bad the Texans is, right? Like, this is the level of respect I don't have for Carson Wentz as a quarterback, right? I had the Colts on my other ticket that ultimately lost as well. I money lined them, bro. That was the most useless money line of all time, bro. Like, there was no point. There was no reason for me to money line that. I should just took the 10-point spread, bro, because they covered comfortably, bro. Even if, put it like this, bro, it was a double-digit point spread, right? The Texans were so bad, if the Colts only scored 10 points, they still would have covered, bro, because the Texans didn't score, bro.
It's incredible, dog. The Texans are just an abysmal team without. They were a bad team with Deshaun Watson, so I guess we can't expect anything.
Nah, bro, that man, him getting 4 wins out of that, bro, we need to really, like, figure out how to truly appreciate that, bro. That is like a 10-win season, bro, like, that he put into 4 wins, bro. Like, that's the level of quarterback play that he was playing at that we don't really appreciate, bro. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and close the show out with You're the Worst, dog. Back-to-back weeks, bro. Some of the worst quarterback play of all time, bro. Like, I do have a top 5. I had to do a top 5, but man, there was a lot, bro. There was honorable mentions. Jimmy G is my first honorable mention, bro. Trevor Lawrence is my second honorable mention, bro. Trevor Lawrence had 145 passing yards, man. What we talking about, man? What we talking about, man? What are we talking about, man? But put like this: if Trevor Lawrence didn't make the top 5, bro, then you know this was a crazy week, man. This is phenomenal, dog. Coming in at number 5, bro, right off the bat, man. Andy Dalton, man, my boy gave the Cardinals 4 picks, my guy. 4 picks.
Awful.
This is supposed to be the guy that they said is a sturdy veteran, somebody who's supposed to come in and not make mistakes. Well, if you say throwing picks and almost throwing a pick 6 is not making mistakes, bro, then he's doing a phenomenal job at his job, bro. He's doing it at the finest, at the highest level, dog. Coming in at number 4, bro, Teddy B, man. I hate to do this to a black brother, bro, but he's making it really hard for me, dog. Like, you can't keep doing this, bro. You can't be out here throwing pick 6s, dog, taking sacks, not even barely completing 50% of your passes, dog. Like 22 for 40, bro. There's only 52% completion percentage, dog. Teddy B, man. Number 4. Number 3. I know this might surprise you, bro, but this is just a level of number 2 and number 1, dog. Taysom Hill, man.
Whew, damn, Taysom is number 3?
No, bro, yes. Taysom Hill with his 4 interceptions is number 3, dog. If you take into account that 3 of those 4 picks all came in the fourth quarter after he hurt his finger, cool. But he still threw 4 picks, bro. So you still got to make the list, dog. But coming in at number 2 and number 1, bro, I want to take time for these niggas, dog. Number 2, man. Mike Glennon is one of the worst quarterbacks of all time, man. Like, I don't think people understand that. I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. This man is 6 for 22 in his career as a starter. He has not won a professional game that he started in since 2017, Rodney.
Oof.
Since 2017, bro. My man had 44 attempts for 187 passing yards, and that became a whopping 4.3 average pass per play. He took 3 sacks. Of course he didn't throw a touchdown. Of course he threw a pick. And if you watch the game, then you see that every time he threw a ball, his wide receivers would throw their hands up as to say, like, where the fuck are you throwing this, bro? Help us, bro. Help us.
He was bad.
Bro, Evan Ingram, bro, like, this man had to do a 360 to try to catch one of the balls that this man threw, bro. Like, I'm like, you define the laws of physics right now, dude. But coming in at number 1, man, Who else could it be but the Texan quarterbacks, bro? If you put up a goose egg and you're a quarterback of that team, you're automatically number one, bro. Davis Mills and Tyrod Taylor combined for 11 out of 27 in 40. And 104 passing yards, bro. Two quarterbacks combined for 104 passing yards, bro. They both averaged 3.5 yards per attempt, bro. Both, which is crazy, bro. Two quarterbacks did the same yards per play, bro. 0 touchdowns combined, a whopping 1 pick combined, and a whopping 2.3 QBR combined, bro. This is incredible, dog. God, man. So Davis Mills, Tyrod Taylor, man, it pains me to say this, but both of you guys are the worst quarterbacks of the week, man. All right, Rob, man, what's up, man? About to close the show out, baby. What you got? Any last parting shots?
Last parting shots. Well, I'm going to enjoy next week's football a lot because there won't be any Dolphins game. It's our bye week coming up, man. You never lose during a bye week, bro. So that's always a good feeling, man.
That is very true. Rob, man, I don't have the game on, but I do have the live tracker, bro. What kind of ugly ass score is this? 11-7, bro. What kind of football am I watching in this Patriots Bills game, bro? What is this, bro?
Bro, it's one of those games where it's super windy in Buffalo. I'm gonna give you some stats, bro, that'll blow your mind. So in the first half, Josh Allen is 6 of 10 for 46 yards. Guess how many yards and attempts Mac Jones has? Just guess, man.
Oh shit, my dog gotta have like a solid 18, bro.
Bro, Mac Jones has one pass, one completed pass, one attempt for 12 yards, bro. They've run the ball in the first half 21 times, bro. Bill Belichick is literally just running this shit down.
They needed
Mac Jones is not doing anything.
Bro, you can't say that man's rookie of the year, bro, if you only got one pass in the first half, dog. Don't get out of here, bro. And the Bills are letting this happen to them, bro. They about to lose to that, bro. They about to lose to that stat line, bro.
Down 11-7, bro. They're so pathetic. They're so pathetic. Bills fans, I hope you hear me, a Dolphin fan. Yeah, you swept us. Y'all still suck. Oh, crap, man. Look at this shit.
Oh, my God, bro. All right, man. We'll see you next week, dog.
Yes, sir.
Yo.
All right, my boy. I'll send you that right up, man.
All right, say less, bro. Just text